Juan Mendez Scott's Hologram. Chapter 1. Feels Like Heaven. Filmmaker Nick Rodham directed the crane shot as the director of photography Bill Christian moved the camera and crane swirling around my fiancée, superstar, Grammy winner Roxie Rosario, as 6 dancers gyrated and danced behind her. Roxie's song Feels Like Heaven had reached #1 on the Billboard Top 100, and we needed a music video that was as sexy as the song. The dance choreographer Colleen Banks, who often stood behind Nick and Gil during the video shoot, danced along with the girls, making sure they got the steps and moves right. As I walked around the set, I noticed a group of people huddled together, dancing to the music. There were some of Roxie's acquaintances from her childhood that I didn't particularly care for. Me and Roxie's older sister Estella stood shoulder to shoulder nearby, watching. I would like to add that it did not impress me at what I was watching, nor was I pleased. I was a greedy perfectionist all about the money. I didn't have time for anything less. We shot the video down in Atlanta, Georgia at Tyler Perry Studios on the Farmhouse soundstage. The dancers wore black leather bikinis that looked painted on, while Roxie wore a black leather catsuit that also looked painted on her short, petite body. Roxie was 22, had deep-set gray eyes, long oriental black, curly hair draped down her back and a paper sack tan complexion. My girl was drop-dead gorgeous with a voice as beautiful and strong as her idols, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Beyoncé. As the song ended, Nick said, "Okay, cut. Looks good." I immediately stepped over and approached Nick, all 6'3" of me towering over him. I was about to flex my chest pecs in his face. I crossed my arms and said, Nick? Can I talk to you for a minute? Please. I could tell by Nick's soft sigh that I was getting on his nerves, and I didn't give a damn. He wasn't giving me what I wanted. This was like his 5th music video with Roxie, and I didn't care. As her new appointed manager with the help of Estella, I would not be easy on him, letting him know right away what I wanted and would not stop fucking with him until I got what I wanted. Nick turned to the crew and the dancers. "Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. We need to set up for the next shot." Then he turned and faced me with this shitty look on that pompous-ass face of his. I said, "I was thinking of a shot, like can you put the camera on one of those dollies, where you circle around her?" By this time, Bill walked over to us to see what was going on, and after hearing what I said, he and Nick exchanged looks, trying to make me feel dumb, like I didn't know what I was talking about. But to hell with them. I knew what I wanted. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see Roxie watching closely, not happy, heading our way. And Nick's film crew glared over at me, wanting to take forks to rip and twist my eyeballs out, and I didn't give a damn how they felt about me either. I continued, saying, like a 360-degree turn? Roxie approached me. "Todd, can I talk to you for a minute?" I looked down at her. I did not appreciate being interrupted like that. And she was making a habit of doing that. But that would not last long. She sort of rolled her eyes and said, "Please." I looked at Roxie for a moment. "Talk to me about what?" "Walk with me," she said, walking off. Roxie led us over to the wall near a table with film equipment on top of it. And I could see Roxie was not happy. With a heavy sigh, I said, "What's your problem, Roxie?" "I've been working with Nick for the last 5 years, ever since my career started. And he's the best in the business. He wants me to star in his next feature film coming up. That's gonna be big for me, big for us. And..." Roxie could tell I didn't give a damn about Nick's filmography, and it pissed her off. She sighed and rolled her eyes, which I did not like. She said, "And you know this, of course, right?" I glared at her for a minute. I didn't appreciate her getting snippy with me. I was about to put her in her place in front of the crew and dancers. I was a 30-year-old man. I was old school, you respect your elders, wrong or right. "Of course, I know this, Roxie." "What are you talking about?" "Okay, so if you know all this, why are you getting on his nerves?" "Roxie, I'm not getting on his nerves, okay? I'm just making a few suggestions, that's all. No, I don't want you making any suggestions, okay? Just let him shoot this music video in peace, please. He knows what he's doing. I know he knows what he's doing, but I have a few suggestions. Roxie walked off before I could finish, headed back to the set, and over to Nick. Peeping back at me, she said, I need to get to makeup. No more suggestions. I'm serious. I didn't notice Estella walking up to me. When I turned to face her, she was eyeballing Roxie like she was inventing ways to murder her. No, at 28, Estella wasn't as drop-dead gorgeous as Roxie, but she was pretty in her own way. Taller than her little sister, she had hazel eyes, with angry, bushy eyebrows clouding over them. And an eggshell complexion with long, layered auburn hair. And I was crazy in love with her. Estella turned and looked up into my eyes and said, You, okay? No, I wasn't okay. Roxie pissed me off. I didn't appreciate her walking away from me like that, talking shit. I was about to erupt, screaming in her face, so loud it would blow her hair back like a dryer. But I remained cool and calm. Because I knew I had other plans for Roxie. I was going to put her diva bullshit to rest.